Hey, what's up, y'all? Blake here. Welcome back to the channel. We are going to be looking at college football playoffs round dos. Uh, Good talk, real quick, man. We got to talk about those games from round one. We will start off. We all we're doing is picking winners and scores here. Last week took four winners, all four hit. Right, fucking Nostradamus. Right, for all higher seeds won. There was no upsets in week one. I was upset for the better part of the first round, but we'll get into that in a minute. Notre Dame beats Indiana. Looked really good, man. Notre Dame looked really good. Penn State absolutely changes SMU's diaper. SMU, Penn State is your father. You shit the bed. But we said from the jump, SMU was imposters. We said from the jump that they were imposters, but man, did not even put up a fight. Terrible. Clemson, Texas. Thank you, Clemson, for giving us one good game in the first round. Another fun fact, I was waiting for them to actually mention this in the game. We all know Ewers and Klubnik played each other for the championship in high school. And Klubnik's from Austin, and now Ewers is NUT. But another fun fact that was actually happening simultaneously while Ewers and Klubnik were playing against each other, their two high schools that they respectively played for were playing that day at that moment. Not both of them at that moment, but while they were playing, Quinn Ewers' high school was actually playing in a championship at the exact same time, just up the road in Dallas, South Lake Carroll. And then Austin Westlake, which is Cade Klubnik's high school, played later that day. They just don't play anymore. They're not in the same division anymore. I think South Lake Carroll's 5AD1 or 6AD2 maybe. And then Austin Westlake, both of them fucking lost, though. Austin Westlake got the fuck beat out of them. Saw that coming from a mile away, too. But anyways, so yeah, that's a fun fact. While they were playing their little rematch, both of their high schools were playing that same day for a title, high school title. So Tennessee versus Ohio. Oh, yeah. We were saving you for last. Tennessee and Ohio State. My God. Tennessee, did you even know that you had a game that day? Were you looking past Ohio to Oregon? I don't know what happened to you, Tennessee, but you got killed 42-17. But Ohio, boy, oh boy, Ohio State. They looked good. All right, so we hop into this week, man. Let's talk about it. Texas, Arizona State. Oh, man. This one right here. Arizona State, Texas is just too much to handle, my friend. Scat Cat is going to get 25, 30 carries. Arizona State is honestly really another imposter, if we're being honest with ourselves. They might have had a weaker schedule than SMU to get into the playoffs. Highest ranked opponent this year was a win against BYU, who was number 14 at the time. Biggest game you've had. The biggest game you've had all year. You win against number 14 BYU. God, not Texas, man. You're not gonna be able to handle it. While Texas has dealt with Georgia twice this year, lost both times, mind you, but didn't get destroyed, right? Didn't get killed. But that did just make Texas that much better. You have yet to face that kind of competition, Arizona State. I'm sorry. It was a good run for you while it lasted. Texas has only had 20 or more points scored on them once this entire year, while Arizona State is giving up steadily 31, 23, 21, 28, 23, some of those to nobodies. Texas wins big on this one. Big, 45-10 Texas. All right, 45-10 Texas. Texas moves on. Now, we talk about Ohio State and Oregon. This is going to be the biggest game. This is by far the biggest game, bigger than Notre Dame, Georgia. I think this is the biggest game. They have played once this year at Oregon. Ohio State loses that game by 1 point, 32-31. This is going to be another really, really, really good game. Ohio State looked magnificent against Tennessee. Absolutely bonkers against Tennessee. Ohio State, if you play like that, you will beat this Oregon team. And I know Oregon is coming off rest. They've had time to study the tape, blah, blah. But Ohio State is more importantly than coming off rest. They are coming off of a landslide of momentum against Tennessee last week. Whoever wins this, honestly, probably wins the championship. We'll get to that next week and weeks coming, one game at a time. But whoever wins this probably wins the championship. I know a lot are going to disagree, but I think Oregon's run stops here. That's right. We got our first upset. Well, not really. Texas beating Arizona State is an upset because they're a lower seed, but fucking that's not going to upset. That's not. Everyone sees that coming. Ohio State stops Oregon, and Oregon's their very first playoff appearance. Not ever, obviously, but I'm just saying this year, Oregon's first playoff game, they get stopped by Ohio State. I'm calling it right now. Number 8 seed Ohio State beats Oregon in a very close game. OSU has a better defense and averages more points per game. Ohio State wins this 31-28. That's right. Now we move on to Penn State, Boise. Again, Boise, I'm sorry, man. Y'all had a great run. The fun and games are over, though. It's time for the big boys to step in and take it from here. Ashton Genty's going to get 40 carries this game. Madsen probably throws for less than 100 yards. Penn State is way too much for Boise to handle. Penn State wins 38-21, and that is being generous to Boise. Penn State, 38-21. Now we look at Notre Dame, Georgia, the second best game. This is going to be a really good game too, man. A great game. Notre Dame looked really, really good against Indiana, who has a very high-powered offense. Looked really good. Only gave up 17 points, and some of those were fucking trash-ass end-of-game touchdowns. For the most part, it was 27-3, 27-10 best, and then they sneak in a little bullshit touchdown. Notre Dame, amazing. Looks absolutely amazing. Only issue is you're going into Georgia now. I feel the opposite of what we said about Ohio State. I don't think Notre Dame rides that same lightning coming into this Georgia game. And I think it comes down to Kirby Smart winning this game. Is it going to be a great game? Yes, a great game. Notre Dame didn't really face any injuries last game. They looked really solid all the way around and handled business very well. Kirby Smart wins this game at home is what it comes down to. It's going to be too much for Notre Dame. It is going to take someone much better than Notre Dame, in my opinion, to stop Georgia. Georgia wins in a close one again. Georgia does win 24-21 and a bit of a lower scoring one, 24-21 Georgia. So that's going to be it, man. Give me Texas meeting Ohio State next week, and then Penn State and Georgia. And my God, do I feel good about these. Put the house on it. Put the kids on it. Put whatever you need to. I'll catch y'all for next week, man. Later.